Want a relationship that means something. What guys shouldn't say when they're dating. You're using your favorite dating app to look at profiles. You're a mess. You no longer want to meet someone. You once did. But now you just want to find someone to hook up with. So long as she has a nice face and a good body, you're fine with it. I mean, isn't that why people use the internet to meet people? But you are not always like this. You used to be hopeful and dreamy. You thought love and the one were real. What went wrong? Now, all you care about is getting the next hookup. But you still have a small part of you that doesn't want to give up. You want to find that meaningful relationship that, deep down, every guy will want to end up in as the years go by. The problem is that dating today is hard, confusing, and often full of expectations that can't be met. In the 21st century, it can be hard to find a real relationship that you don't believe even exists. Maybe the right direction in dating isn't what you should give, but what you shouldn't give. You do want a real connection, right? If so, here are some things you might want to keep from a potential partner if you want an honest relationship. 1. Casual sex. This is first on the list, and there are good reasons for that. In history, there are many examples of men being led by women because the men wanted it to happen. From fights in bars to wars. Sex already shows how much control it has over people. Men and women are affected by it a lot these days. The problem with having sex too soon is that you don't have time to build an emotional bond. I know that if both of you only want to date for one night and then say goodbye, you should go for it. But if you want to start with something important, it's not the best choice. But wait, isn't it possible to both have sex and get close emotionally? The problem is that these days, you don't know. Even though you may have good intentions, what if your partner doesn't? Casual sex can be a good way for people who want your money or fame to scam you. If you want a long-term relationship, you need to make an emotional connection first. Taking care of her problems. You are not a part of her personal life. You should be considered a partner, not a servant. She's all grown up. She can deal with both her material and emotional problems. More so if she believes in equal rights for men and women. You could be seen as someone who likes to be in charge. If you start getting into her business too soon, people might think you're a simp. When someone wants to do something for you, it's hard to tell them to stop. Don't be that guy, let her take care of the important things on her own. If the advice is simple, that's fine. It is normal to help people who ask for it. From time to time, everyone needs someone to talk to about their problems. But always helping at your own expense or if emotional or material resource investment is inequitable is a recipe for disaster. 3. Money. I'm going to play the role of the devil's advocate and say that money matters in a relationship. On a date, you need it. It helps pay for the wedding. Because of it, you can feed your family. We would love to have rich people as friends, whether we like them or not. People who have money have power in society, and they can use that power to help people who don't have money. People often say that money is the cause of all bad things. Why? We've all seen it. So it makes sense that you shouldn't try to impress her with it. If you base your initial value on how much money you have, that will become a requirement for keeping the relationship going. Money is important because, without it, you can't do a lot of important things. But putting it at the center of your relationship will make it less important than it is. It's not what you give that helps you find the one, but what you don't give. You can't always get what you want. I also think that you shouldn't always give what you want. It's not about changing someone's character, but about making it harder for them to have a relationship with a solid base. The main thing is how each person in the relationship acts. When you let each person talk about who they are before any other interest or plans, you give them a chance to find a healthy, honest relationship. You should give her these 3 things right away if all you want is a cheap thrill. But don't try to trick yourself. If you both find meaning in being together, have a party and offer to help. If you want a real relationship, you might want to think about being more self-controlled on your next few dates.